All right, board introductions. I know I have a couple board members here today. Can our board members please stand? I know I have Chuck Brown over here, Steve Thomas, maybe, oh, he's over here. Any other board members here? All right, do not talk to these two individuals after this meeting and say anything bad about me. That's, all right? All right, next slide. All right, our friends with Lakeland Linder International Airport over here. Wave, say hi. Hey, let's go. Anybody FAA air traffic with us today? Thank you. FSDO, thank you all for being here. Also just want to recognize some of our folks from LPD, Lakeland Police Department, that are here, and also Lakeland Fire Department back over here as well. Thank you all for your support every year. We appreciate it. Next slide. All right, I think the next slide is staff introductions. So let's, yes sir.
They're saying they can't hear anything on Teams.
They can't hear us on Teams. All right. All right, staff introductions. Staff, please get up here. Team, quickly. Let's go. You go first.
Hi, my name is Kathy. I am the digital marketing coordinator. I work on our social media and our website.
I'm Dunbar. I'll talk later.
And I'll take it over. I'm Angela Mann. I'm the volunteer and admissions director.
Go this way.
I'll trade with you. Chase Lee, the engagement director.
Cindy McClendon, camping manager, hangar manager with Chase, and events assistant.
Ann Gaines, exhibits director.
Jeannie Schneider, I support the sponsor team.
Sheena Banker, business development.
Laura Vaughn, I think most of y'all know what I do.
I'm Brandon Davey, director of IT.
Jeff Hoslow, IT manager.
Good morning. I'm Donnie Harville, and I turn wrenches over at the maintenance shop, lead mechanic.
Mark Maddox, assistant foreman, maintenance department.
And Rubine the turbine, maintenance foreman.
All right. Thank you, sir. I will say Bull has the sexiest voice here. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Anybody want to see the pickle video? No, we do not, all right? But we know what that means, right? That is never going to die as long as I'm here. So if you don't want to talk about it anymore, tell the board members, all right? All right. It's all about, hey, we got to take care of our customers, but we also need to take care of each other, right? Whether it's the staff here, it's our volunteers, y'all are chair, co-chairs, taking care of your teams, taking care of our guests and our visitors. That's what it's all about. And also, let's think about this, grace. I talked about it last time. Let's give each other grace. We all deal with various things, especially leading up to the fly-in, during the fly-in. Someone may have, stay up late, you're tired, all kinds of stuff. Please give each other grace. I will tell you, there is no reason for us to get upset over things. We can get a little bit heated, but let's just de-escalate those things and have a good time. That is what it's all about, right? So sun and fun, safe, nice, and fun. That is what we are all about, all right? So we are going to also, this year, perfect effort. We're not going to be perfect, but we are going to put in perfect effort. We can't be all things to all people at all times, but if we put in the right effort, we're going to win. All right, so appreciate y'all. You do a phenomenal job, and we are going to have a banner year. Pickle video? One last time? No, all right, here we go. We already did the staff introductions. All right, who said the pickle video? You come to my office after, we'll watch it together. No, next up. All right, so Son of Fun updates. I will tell you, this is basically verbatim what I gave. I had a board meeting on Thursday. They didn't fire me, so that was good. But this is basically the presentation that I gave to them to give them an update on everything that's going on for the event. So to kick off, just kind of want to give you guys a rundown. Our show this year actually starts on Monday. With our friends at Aero News Network, our great partners, we are doing our innovation preview in the pavilion on March 31st. That's Monday at 4 p.m. So if you see activity in there, that is what is happening there. And if you want to join us, you're welcome to do that as well. But the media are going to be invited, so all of our exhibitors, I think we have close to 25 folks that will be presenting, whether they're new aircraft, new avionics, new wares, they will be in the pavilion doing that to get ready for the week, to brief the media so they can go visit them at their exhibits on the next day. So we're excited to get that started on the day before. Also, Dennis will talk about it later. Obviously, we know about the opening night concert. Uncle Cracker opening for Tyler Hubbard will be on the Warbird ramp. That starts at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. Ticket sales this year, I talked about last time, we are far outpacing where we were this time last year. I don't even want to say numbers because it kind of scares me a little bit. Not because a lot of people, it's a big number. Our general admission weekly ticket sales are 50% ahead of last year. So either people are getting really savvy or a lot of people want to be here with us this year. But I will tell you on April 7th how it went, all right? Also, if you obviously y'all don't buy tickets, but we had early bird pricing that ended on Monday, March 3rd. So ticket sales are still robust every single day. Ann Gaines, Ann, raise your hand. Ann Gaines, our exhibit manager, Ann Gaines. We are sold out. She does a phenomenal job. If there are exhibitors and spots you haven't figured or that we haven't seen before, there's a reason for that. Be nice to them because Ann's putting them everywhere. So anyway, but she's done a phenomenal job. We appreciate all the hard work. Also, our sponsorship team, we have the highest cash sponsorship levels we've ever seen here. We are over $1.1 million in just sponsorship cash this year. Thank you all very, very much. And it's not about just getting the cash, but it's a very expensive event to put on. Obviously, inflation affects all of us. It affects this event as well. So it's very, very important. We appreciate all the hard work on our behalf. Our marketing campaign is in full swing. So if you're on social media, I want to if everybody can give a quick hand to Kathy over here. Our social media, we have good social media. Like, it is good stuff. I look at it every single day. I like stuff, but it is really, really good, and people are noticing, so appreciate all the hard work. Just so everybody knows, Daily Air Show every single day starts at 1 p.m. Correct, Dennis? Yep. And goes to 5. It may go over a little bit, obviously past 5 based on other things that are going on, but 1 to 5 every single day. Night shows, Wednesday and Saturday, 7 p.m. to 9:30, or whenever we're done blowing up the airfield. It'll be the same show both days, Wednesday and Saturday. 25 minutes. Obviously, all the performances leading up to it, but then 25 minutes at the end. It is awesome. That's all I'll say. I'll leave it there. All right. Dennis is going to talk about it, but again, Sunset Aerial Circus down at Paradise City, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 p.m. Go see our friends. Dennis has more to talk about that as well. Next. I won't get into the programming here, but I will tell you, at the hangar. Everybody knows where the hangar is, south of the exhibits, next to the press center. There's a stage there. We had it there last year, LED screen. Lots of programming this year, so probably next week we'll be putting out everything that's going to be happening there every single day. Lots of cool programming. Dennis will talk about that. Lots of awesome programming at the island too. Dennis has some announcements, so I'm not going to steal that. Also, Victory's Arsenal Theater on the Warbird ramp. Lots of programming. Dennis will talk about that. The Bash, so our fundraiser for the Aerospace Center for Excellence and everything that we do here on a year-round basis is Thursday at 6 p.m. in the museum. So if you have time and you want to join us, grab a ticket and come join us. Our Drone Soccer World Cup in the pavilion on Thursday and Friday from 2 to 8 p.m. So there are high school age kids from all over the world that are coming here to compete in the Drone World Soccer Competition. What is that? I don't know, but it's going to be cool. So come join us on Thursday and Friday. No, it's like Quidditch and Harry Potter, right? And they have drone cages that are blow up and they fly around and do cool stuff, but that'll be fun to watch. Also, the Sun and Run 5K is moving south. So Saturday morning, April 5th at 7 a.m., starting over at the far east side at Polk State College Aerospace, there will be probably 800 runners. They have 45 minutes to get off. If you have a golf cart, join me in the back. We're going to run over the moms and all the other walkers. That is a joke. All right. Thank you for laughing at that one. I didn't bomb that one. All right. Also, the balloon launch this year at Paradise City, off the Paradise City runway. All right, so I believe that's going to be a lot better for everybody. It's a very controlled area. It should be beautiful, but that is going off at 7:15. And it will happen this year. Let's go, right? All right, new areas we've talked about in the past. Obviously, the sandbar. The sandbar, just right there in Paradise City on the north side of the bend, or the drop down in the road. So food and beverage there, shade tent, picnic benches, tables and chairs. We're going to pump in the air show sound as well. Secondary viewing area. There's no programming there. All right, it's just an area. It's a secondary viewing area for people to eat and have a good time. So they will be doing that there. Also, YAC, our Young Aviators Camp. So on Friday, if you've seen some of our social media and our marketing, our Young Aviators Camp will be just east of the island. So they will be parking there together. Hopefully we get a good turnout for that. So we're looking forward to hosting our young aviators. Road updates. All right. No worries. All right. So Pipkin Road. It's been going on for 8 years. Just kidding. It's only 3+, whatever. Anyway, so Pipkin Road will be open for the event. We've already switched to the south side. They're doing some median work right here, or right now. We met with Polk County Sheriff's Office and the contractor Hubbard. So they plan to have all of that open at least up to like the sandwich factory for the event, at least past Waring. So we should be in good shape. Also, new access. So off of Pipkin. So if you are heading eastbound on Pipkin, and to access the south side of the airport, you usually would turn left on Airside Center Drive where the airport sign is. That will be closed by the time the flying gets here. You will now continue east about another 500 feet, and you would turn left on Jetview Drive. Jetview Drive. All one word. Do not capitalize the V. I checked, because I didn't know how to spell it, so I went and looked at it for a while. So Jetview Drive is the new access to the south side of the airport. Also, Hamilton Road has been widened and paved all the way down to camper registration from Drainfield. So it's in great shape, nice and wide. Everybody can make great turns to get all these campers in and out. So we are in good shape over there. Right, Bucky Bell? Yes, sir. All right. He lives over there, too. He's got a really nice house. Chairman meeting, that's today. Here we are. Also, we're going to have a special guest here in a little bit, and let's go to the next slide. All right, there's the sandbar. Next slide. I think I'm almost done. Sun Run 5K. Again, Polk State College, way over here. You can see the routing all the way up, back around, up in the VOR road, and then back down. So hopefully we're getting these people off as quickly as possible, but that is the pattern. If you need this, we can send it to folks. Shoot us an email, me or Laura or Dennis or whatnot. But this will be a great event for us. I mean, they're going to should have about 800 people for the run, so it'll be great. Next slide. Also, Future in Flight Plaza. This is the new updated map, Jane. Hey, everybody wave to Jane. Jane was late, by the way. Hi, Jane. She's probably working with another sponsor. We thanked you and your team and everybody, and now you're here, so thank you, Jane. Future in Flight Plaza, obviously career fair, 6 days. Junior Aces in there again this year. Innovation Showcase, Flight Sim Experience, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. That is actually in Beulah Restoration Center this year. So if you're looking for flight simulators, they're all in the Beulah building because it's lock and key and there's air conditioning in there. So we've got to take care of those hot servers. We have forums in there this year. Our very, very popular Family Oasis. Carol Lee does daycare in the evenings. So if you're out there about and we have young families in here and they're like, what am I going to do with my kid, or I'm sick of dealing with them, send them to the Family Oasis. All right? They can sign up with Carol Lee. They're in there starting at 5 o'clock, I think it is, each night. Melissa Burns, one of our air show performers this year, she didn't fly last year, but she came and she put her kids in there. They had an awesome time and she really enjoyed it. So it's a great experience. So it's daytime, doesn't cost anything, but at night, I think it's $35 for the evening, but they get to do all kinds of cool programming and eat and do whatever the young kids do. Anyway, also International Oasis is back, and again the Future in Flight Plaza is full of exhibitors. Mission Aviation is in there, flight schools, universities. It is packed and has again done a phenomenal job packing that place out, so go check it out. Oh, also in there, we are also doing a hiring event in Future in Flight Plaza for maintainers. You know any maintainers? Envoy is putting this on Wednesday and Saturday from 5 to 7 in the Future in Flight Forum. So if there are any maintainers, A&P folks for the future, they want to get hired for a hiring event, A&P, Airframe and Power Plant. Well, they're the same thing. Yes, ma'am. All right. All right, next. All right. Don't pay attention to the lines, all right? Let's not confuse ourselves. I get confused when I look at it. The reason I have this slide up here, so this is our existing what we call 42 acres. This is Central Florida Aerospace Academy. This is the new 30 acres that the airport bought, right? And this is about 11 acres right here that we now lease from the airport. So, big round of applause real quick for our maintenance team and our volunteers. We have a sweet new Millings Road that comes like this and goes through over the ditch and through the woods, right? And then access back into here. So, where's Grandma's house? Hey, by the way, so this is my neighborhood. I live like right here, literally. So if you want to come hang out after this, I'm going to take a nap, but you're welcome to come over and watch TV. All right? Yeah, if you want. Hey, so here's the thing. So when you're talking to your volunteers this year, our goal is we want to send everybody that is coming to this event, so it's our exhibitors, our media folks, our volunteers, and our guests, as they're coming in, if they're coming off of County Line, we want them to turn left on Pipkin and then come in. We don't want people, and I know some of us are going to do it, and obviously campers who want to access Rocky Road, but any of our volunteers, media folks, guests, they're all going to come Pipkin, they're going to come up Medulla to access this lot and then come in this way. Now, people that don't follow the rules, they're going to get pulled off here, and then they're going to come in here and they're going to park in here. So we have a walking path through there if those folks are not following the rules that day. Then we will scold them a little bit very nicely. All right? No, I'm just kidding. But we're going to be able to accommodate these people that are coming off Medulla, but we are not sending anybody down Medulla. That is not the goal this year. You can still access it. You guys are obviously savvy, but the goal is to send everybody to Pipkin, up Medulla, and then into parking. And that's just for, again, media, exhibitors, and volunteers that need to access this lot. The guests, obviously, will go to the big lot or lot 3. Okay? Did I confuse everybody? All right, well, we'll all figure it out on day 1. All right? Next slide. All right, now it is time for our friends at Lakeland Linder International Airport. Hey, Cody? Everybody know Cody? Hey, so when I was the airport director, we hired Cody. And then he's like, one day, I'm leaving. And I'm like, well, you suck. And then he came back, so here he is. And we love you. There you go.
Thank you, I love you too, Gene. And I love everyone. I love Sun and Fun. So I'm Cody, I'm the ops manager for the airport. We're just gonna go over kind of a few items. I'll try and keep it brief. I know we got a lot of stuff to get through today. Next slide. So as far as airfield mowing, our final cut is gonna be Wednesday, March 26th. That is a day before the airfield completely is open to the public. It goes public on the 27th at noon. All of our aircraft parking areas are going to be mowed to 3 inches. We're going to be mowing from the west to the east, so from Sun and Fun out all the way to the boonies to where GAP is. If you have any mowing requests, please get with Tim Wells. I don't know where Tim is. Pat your head and rub your belly, Tim. Anyways, I'm sure you can find him. Next slide. So credentials and badging. So essentially we're going to have all the normal security procedures apply. This year we're not doing the pink badges, the temporary badges that we did last year. Thankfully we don't have to do that with TSA. As far as everyone operating in the AOA, if you were going to be operating there prior to the Thursday before the fly-in, March 27th at noon, or if you are going to be operating after the event of Monday at 5 p.m., you have to have a valid airport badge, so one of the pretty blue ones. If you don't have a need to go out, you don't need a badge, which is nice. Post 500 this year, everyone know what Post 500 is over on the East Access Road. This year, it's going to be manned 24/7. LPD is going to be providing one of their law enforcement officers that's going to be standing there 24/7. They are going to be checking badges the entirety of the event. That is a requirement for TSA for us. As far as badges, again, they're not required if you're going to be there March 27th. through Monday, April 7th. We do have some badging information forms available over here. Coordinators raise their hands. If you need any badging information or have any questions, please feel free to go over there after the meeting's all done. Thanks. So a big thing is runway 1028 is essentially acting as the barrier between the entire south side, which is going to be designated as a non-secured area. So everything south of here is free game. You don't need an airport badge. If you are going to be going to the north side, you do have to have a full-blown airport badge. So we're treating runway 1028 kind of that delineator, post 500 over here. That's pretty much going to be the main access point in order to get to the north side. Next. So as far as the dates that we have, so runway 523 and 826 are going to close, as well as all of the taxiways south of runway 1028, our main runway, are all going to go non-movement starting March 21st at 2 p.m., and that's going to go all the way through April 10th at 4 p.m. Camping on the area AOA is going to be authorized starting March 27th at noon, and that's also going to be when you don't need an airport badge to get into the airfield. And that's going to end on Monday, April 7th at 5 p.m. And for the airport, we're going to be closed nightly like we always do. There will still be the big planes, the Amazons and Avelo coming in, and they're going to be coming in still. But overall, it's going to be closed 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. Starting March 30th all the way through April 7th. So airfield setup, no permanent installations. I don't want to go out there and see a bunch of, towers and things like that concrete into the ground, please. Thank you. So if you have any tram signs, temp materials boxes, just make sure to observe the taxiway clearances. We have a convention map I'll go over that kind of has some of those. If you, prior to going out on the field, call airport operations. It's this number right here, 863-834-4911. You call that number before you go onto the AOA. We'll give you a briefing. We'll mark you down. And then just give us a call whenever you leave. For clearance requirements, the VOR, the big bowling pin looking thing in the middle of the airfield, you have to stay 50 foot away from it. And you can't be in between the building and the antenna because there's a lot of radio waves and we want everyone to be safe. The AWAS towers are 35-foot distance standoff. All of our taxiways are going to be 40 foot from the edge of pavement. So if you are putting anything off the edge, make sure it's 40 foot. And then two exceptions are taxiway Foxtrot and Bravo from Bravo 3 to 1028. That is 60, and that's because of the heavier aircraft that we have going through there. Oh, just for that little portion north of the ramp. Yeah. So here's the convention procedures map. We have this available for everyone. Again, we have it along with the badging information over here to my left. But as you can see, we have pretty much the entire area on the south side. It's green. It's available for everyone without a badge once that change condition starts on March 27th at noon. And you can be there through April 7th at 5 p.m. And we have a few other things. These have all of our standoff distances. All of our taxiways have 40 foot off the edge, our AWAS towers. It shows all this camping area over here. But again, if you need a copy of this, we'll have plenty of copies available. And we'll also have some copies available for after this in the air show meeting.
I will personally be there to open it at noon, and it's the gate right there next to Lakeland Aero Club. Okay. Same one as always. 38.
Great, thank you.
Okay, can I just say one thing? You see this orange area? Do not cross it. Okay? Unless you're a Thunderbird, then you can do it 3 times like they did last year. Just kidding. Don't do it. And the other thing is, you are all out there, especially my airside operations folks, right? And Donna's folks and Laura, right? If you see someone that's probably not supposed to be there and approaching that runway, we need to stop them. Always err on the side of caution. Stop them. Be nice, but they need to be stopped. We cannot cross that runway. That is a bad thing, okay? Don't go to the orange area.
Cool. Awesome. So again, if you have any questions or need any clarification on anything, we'll be over here on the right. We'll also be at the Air Ops meeting after this. But appreciate everyone, and we're ready for another fun Sun and Fun year.
Thank you. And all right, I felt bad. I shouldn't have said you suck. I mean, that was not appropriate, so I apologize for that, so I take that back. But that was with love, actually, because we were upset when he departed, but now he's back, and he's a good guy. So, all right, now it's time for Dennis. I do have some questions real quick that came in off of our Zoom meeting, so we're paying attention. If balloon launch is at 7:15 for balloons, how can people get there if the main gate opens at 7 a.m.? Don't we open the gate earlier on Saturday? Yes, so the gate will open at 6:30, I'm guessing? At 6 a.m., 6 a.m. There you go. Are people coming in from 42 acres through the school gate? We are not accessing the school gate unless you are a school bus, all right? But you are going to access the 42 acres left off of Medulla. And can we enter through Rocky Road Gate from either direction? Yes. Yes, you can, but we encourage you, only if you're a camper, don't come that way if you don't have to. All right. Yeah, we're not going to, should be no cars. Yes, we're not inviting cars and golf carts, yes, cars, no. And there's appropriate areas for the exhibitors to park at Paradise City. Yes, sir. Will there be provisions for the balloon launch if we do go north? Provisions. Well, if we do that, we're going to be with airport ops if we've got to handle it. Yes, sir. Yep. All right. Dennis Dunbar. Good to see you, Dennis.
Good to see you, boss. Hey, everybody. How we doing? We ready to have some fun? Outstanding. Did Mikey G make it in here yet? Nope. All right. Next. Wait, before we get moving, last time I was here, I introduced you all to Angela Terry, who's going to be my admin, kind of taking Jeannie's role since she's moved on to the business development side. Boo. But I want to introduce real quick Ava Robinson. Ava, stand up. She's going to be interning with us this year and helping me out quite a bit as well. She's a family friend, a freshman at the Florida Institute of Technology she's a pilot major there, as her instrument check ride coming up here real soon, so we're really happy to have Ava on board. So if you see her around, that's what she's doing. Good luck. All right, next slide. All right, so I kind of touched on all this last time, and you guys know the gist of all the performers we have coming. Next slide. Night Air Show, again, it's going to be awesome. Wednesday and Saturday, we got some extra surprises in there. I'll talk a little bit later about that stuff. Let's go next slide. Attractions. You guys know what these things are. Let's just keep moving. Laura's going to bore you for a long time coming up. Remember, she made that jab at me when I got off the stage last time, so it's fight on, Laura. Where is Laura? There you are. All right. There he is. All right, good. We're going to get right there in a second. So I just want to spend some time talking about what I think are some of the highlights that you're all going to see here. Just Saturday, real quick, aircraft camping, parking opens at noon. The island opens on Saturday. Next slide. On Sunday, y'all are going to want to see this. Samaritan's Purse DC-8 is going to arrive on Sunday. Right now, we're looking around noon. That time's going to get tightened up here as we get closer. And it's not departing again until Monday after the event. So it's going to be on static the whole week. This is your chance to see it in the air. So, and then the island will start entertainment on Sunday with the movie Top Gun at night. And you'll all see the concert stage begin to go up. Remember, we got to keep that area clear where we're building the stage, which I'll show you later. Let's look at Monday. So Monday, NOTAM goes into, NOTAM already went into effect. That's a carryover. Oh, that's right. Good job, boss. Hangar opens on Monday with our first programming starting at 7 o'clock. Lights is going to be here talking about naval aviation, flying attack missions, all that kind of stuff as the intro to Flight of the Intruder. So the hangar goes live Monday night, Lights at 7, the movie at 8. And at the island, we're going to play Top Gun Maverick. Let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday, we've got some pretty cool stuff going on in the air show. The United States Air Force Academy is going to be here all week. Their glider demo team is going to be performing multiple times in the air show, but they're also going to be doing cool forums at the hangar, talking about the Air Force Academy, some really neat stuff going on there. The Jack Aces have turned into a 3-ship this year. They added Marco to the team. They've been practicing their butts off, doing 50 flights of training so far, and they're looking really good. It's going to be a nice act. Doug Rosenbadal is bringing Mr. Mulligan back again this year, and if you haven't seen Mr. Mulligan, it's such a cool airplane, am I right? Yeah. All right. And then we got the Viper and F-35 demo team. On Tuesday, we also had the big Warbird arrival show, so that'll be a lot of fun. Also on Tuesday, we've got Uncle Cracker and Tyler Hubbard. You guys, we've talked about the concert a lot, so, and then we've got cool stuff in the sky going on. While Uncle Cracker's flying right at 7, we're going to do some neat stuff. I'm going to keep it a surprise for now. And then at, silence. And then during Tyler Hubbard, we've got a really cool 2-ship flyover. To start the show, they're going to beat up the first song of Tyler Hubbard with some cool jet noise, and then we're going to fly some cool stuff throughout his show. The Sunset Aerial Circus will also be going on concurrently at 7 o'clock, and this will be the first time that we've ever done a drone show at the Sunset Aerial Circus. It's a much smaller drone show than what you'll see Wednesday and Saturday that's incorporated into the finale, but it's a neat drone show nonetheless. I'll talk more about Sunset Aerial Circus in a minute. Also highlights on Tuesday, the hangar. Gene's going to get up on the hangar and run everybody through the master plan stuff that we kind of talked about last time. And Samaritan's Purse is going to be in there talking about their roles responding to disasters and emergencies around the world. The island, all week at the island, starting on Tuesday, we're going to be doing drone deliveries, a couple 3 drone deliveries between 5:45 and 6:30 at the island. That's always fun to go see the kind of fun they have when surprises come out of the sky at the island. It's kind of neat. And we're going to have a special guest on the island stage. I want to tell you a quick little story because it's kind of cool. Samantha got a voice. Where's Samantha? Got a voicemail from... She sends me a text. She's like, you know Angie K? And she's a country music artist. And I actually do. How many of you know have ever heard of Angie K? We got a few hands going up. There we go. That corner gets it. So she's actually opening for Jelly Roll at Tortuga on the 4th of April. So she's an up-and-coming rock star. I called her back, talked to her. I was like, she asked if she could come maybe do a little acoustic set at Sun and Fun and trade for a ticket. And I'm like, I actually know her music. I heard her on Sirius XM on the highway. I was like, man, this girl's got a cool voice. I went on Apple Music, listened, so I knew her stuff. And I'm like, you're opening for Jelly Roll 2 days later at Tortuga, which you all know is one of the biggest music festivals on the planet. I was like, I think we can take care of that. But why Sun and Fun? She's like, well, I've always wanted to come to Sun and Fun. I'd taken the week off for Sun and Fun. But then I got asked to go to Tortuga. She was super humble about it. Like, I can't believe I got asked to go open for Jelly Roll. But she's a student pilot. And she used to work at an aviation maintenance shop and all that. So she wants to come meet everybody and just get into aviation. So we're going to set that up for her. She knew all about women Aces on Wednesday and all that. So it's going to be really neat having Angie K here. So if you guys want to go listen to some of her music, it's pretty cool. We haven't announced that yet, and Kathy and Melissa know nothing about it. So, all right. So, but that's a neat little story. I like those stories, and she's super humble, and what a voice. So let's go to Wednesday highlights. Stop. I got it in my PowerPoint already. All right. Wednesday highlights. Everybody give it up for Michael Goulian. Right over there. Michael Goulian was gracious enough. Him and his wife Karen and their daughter Emily are on vacation down here, and he just did wings and waffles.
Dennis, give me that thing.
There you go.
It's really hard to shut him up, isn't it, a little bit? No, guys, it was, I have to tell you, I flew my first Sun and Fun. I was like 4 years old, 1990, and have been to almost every Sun and Fun since then. And when Eric and Dennis sent me an email, say, will you come down here and speak at Wings and Waffles? I was like, absolutely. And Dennis like, you don't have to do it. I know you're busy and blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, I have to do it. And the reason is because this Sun and Fun organization is just cranking, right? Like, you can feel it in the air, and it's all because of you guys, right? And so... yeah. No, really, the applause is for all of you. We get to come down here and beat up the sky, and it's amazing. But if it wasn't for all of you, this wouldn't happen, right? And for my wife, Karen, and I to be here, we don't see this, right? To us, we just show up and like, how come my car's late? And where's the porta potty, right? And like all those things. And then all you guys like, hey, we've been here killing ourselves for weeks, and you prima donnas just show up and where's my plane, right? So honestly, like Sun and Fun is like, it's amazing. It's glowing. It is really such a gem right now, and it's all because of you and the entire gang and all of you. So I came down to speak. This is just a happy circumstance. So thank you so much for everything that you guys do, and I'll be back here waiting for my car in 3 weeks. Okay.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Love you, man. So cool of y'all. Thanks, Karen. Appreciate you guys coming and doing this. So look, that was like it was almost planned, wasn't it? Warbird show again on Wednesday. Class of 45 Pivotal Black Fly is going to be flying. They're going to do a 2-ship out on the days they're flying on the big runway. And when they're at the circus, they're going to be flying just a single ship. And Rob Holland on Wednesday. So Goulian's actually flying Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. But just wanted to mention that right there in all caps, exclamation point. All right, night air show. We're going to be starting with the F-16, F-35 Heritage Flight. That's going to take us up to about sunset. It's going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. Music's coming up. It's going to be fun. The Jack Aces, that 3-ship, is going to take it from right after sunset right into Titan. Then Arrhythmia, those are the butt fans. Sorry. I love those guys. John's like my little brother, so I should quit making fun of him in public. Red Bull's doing something super cool this year. Kind of alluded to it the last time, but you're going to see the Silver Bullet coming straight down with skydivers circling it while it's on fire. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be putting some cool stuff out here soon to the public about that. Eric Edgren's going to, he's been doing this night show for a while, but it'll be a Sun and Fun debut of his night act. Kyle Fowler, who's put a ton more pyro on his airplane. And then the finale, we've included 3 airplanes in this year. So it's typical Nathan Hammond, Ken Reeder, Redline, but also we've added Bob Carlton with his jet-powered glider that has more pyro than anybody on it. So that's going to be awesome. The drones, the fireworks, the lasers, the ground-based pyrotechnics. It's all part of it. The show is a little longer this year because of the third airplane. And those drones are going to do something we haven't seen before legally in the United States yet. So that's going to be awesome. The hangar, we've got Women Aces programming going all day at the hangar. Some highlights there. One of the Samaritan's Purse pilots is going to be talking at 11 and telling about her career and how it's flying. She actually flies the 757 for Samaritan's Purse. But neat, different career tracks. We've got Melissa Burns speaking, and at noon, the F-35 demo team will be out there with Melanie Mock-Klusner. She's cool. The Island, we've got Sofa Kings playing that night. It's one of Rick Garcia's favorites, I hear. You too? All right, roger that. And Victory's Arsenal Theater opens on Wednesday. We're not doing Victory's Arsenal on Tuesday because of concert sound checks, but on Wednesday we've got a really cool A26 coming in, Miss Millionaires, and they're going to tell the very neat story called In the Shadows, the story of the A26. Be a big movie debut. We're going to have an LED wall at Victory's Arsenal Theater this year, so that'll be nice. Next slide. Thursday Air Show. Remember, every other year, the Blues, they take pretty much all of Thursday to rehearse. So we've got the 1 through 4 will fly at 1 o'clock, 5 and 6 at 2 o'clock. We have an hour break with a bunch of airlines, and the F-35C and the Growler arrival and survey, and then Blue Angels 1 through 6 and Fat Albert will fly at 4 o'clock. So not a lot of variety in Thursday's air show. But we have some great entertainment on Thursday. The circus will be awesome Thursday. Expect a huge crowd for the Stoll Invitational, Pivotal, Arrhythmia. The Shooters Parachute team will be in there doing their full show, drones, and then we're going to finish with the Balloon Glow. So that's going on at the circus. At Paradise City, the hangar, we have Sunrise Zumba. You're not? I thought nobody knows who's really in charge of Sunrise Zumba, but there's Sunrise Zumba happening. 7:30 in the morning. Programming at the hangar really starts at 10 a.m. every day except 7:30, the night after a night show. I don't know who wants to get up and work out, but there you go. The F-16 demo team will be there at noon for a meet and greet. We're running 2 movies with the screens we have. We can run movies in the day. So between the day, or immediately after the day show, Jerry O'Neill's going to do The Great Waldo Pepper, and he has an excellent presentation on this movie, and he's got a little game involved where maybe parts of the airplanes that crashed in that movie are actually going to be given to people in the audience, so it'll be pretty cool. And then we have the final countdown as our dark movie that night at 8 o'clock. One of my favorite movies. Who doesn't like the final countdown? I expected a bigger applause for the final countdown. Man, that's got some of the coolest flying scenes of any movie. All right, and then at the island, this is really cool. How many of you all in here have ever heard of Thomas Mack? Yes. All right, there's some hands up there. No, yeah, he's generally a little more popular with the younger crowd. But Thomas Mack is, I know, come on. Remember, this is the guy last year told you all to bring someone half your age and twice as smart next year to start helping out, right? So, look, I brought Ava, half my age and twice as smart. So, all right, am I stepping on it here? Anyway, she's way less than half my age. Thomas Mack is really cool. He's a country music artist who has a gigantic following on social media. He's not going the typical record label route, but him and his buddy Cooper Allen have been selling out shows all over the place. He's got to go to a wedding in Florida Friday and Saturday. He's swinging by to do the island on Thursday night. when we start publicizing this, the island is going to be huge on Thursday night. This guy is a blast. His music is hysterical. Who likes Brad Paisley? To me, he's the next Brad Paisley because he'll write a love song that'll make you cry. That's Brad Paisley lyric. And then he'll write a drinking anthem. So go listen, look up Thomas Mack and listen to Ain't No. And if you don't laugh during Ain't No, you ain't no fun. So, all right. And then obviously we have the bash on Thursday night as well. So really cool stuff going on there with Thomas Mack. We're really excited to have him. Next slide. Friday, air show. Michael Goulian. 10 Sticks. It's been a while since 10 Sticks has been at Son of Fun, but that's Skip Stewart and Melissa Burns, and they're going to have lots of pyro going off, and it's a squirrel cage act that's really cool. Red Bull's going to do a day version of that show that they do at night. And then we have all those jet demo teams and the Blue Angels, so a lot of noise on Friday. Sunset Aerial Circus, you see what's up there. Hangar, the Blue Angels in the morning are going to do their youth outreach for all the school kids that are coming in. Jamel Larkins is going to launch the Dream Launch Tour here at Son of Fun. It's going to be really cool. He's got a panel of aviation experts that are going to talk about career fields in aviation. And then after the day show, all the programming at the hangar is going to be naval aviation focused, culminating with the Blue Angels public meet and greet at 7:30, and then the movie Devotion. And at the island, we're going to have Iron Eagle, because Gene's favorite movie, and one of mine. I love Iron Eagle, I ain't going to lie, that's a great movie.
We were kids when it came out.
I had the tape deck and all this on my knee when I'd go fly. In college, I upgraded to a Discman, yep. So, and I did all those stupid things, so watching Art Scholl fly the snake in Iron Eagle is like the coolest scene of any movie ever. So, or we may have a live band.
Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle or another band? Damn, the public has spoken. All right, maybe I get the girl that came in saying, I'm never too old to rock and roll. You didn't know I was going to be singing up here, did you? She got that high, throaty voice. All right, will you move to the next slide, please, so I quit talking about Iron Eagle? All right, sorry, Nathan. Day show Saturday, Blue Angels. Say it with me, everybody. Michael Goulian. All right. Then Kevin Coleman, so those are some highlights, the Viper demo and the F-35A and the day show. And then the night show, it's basically the same lineup, except we went from all Air Force before sunset to Navy. So we're going to have the F-35C and the EA-18 Growler demo team before sunset. The hangar on Saturday, some of the highlights, I think, will be the Growler and F-35 demo team meet and greet. But then also we have the really long title, but basically she's the director of flight ops at NASA's Johnson Space Center for all the astronaut flight training. So that's going to be really cool. She's bringing a T-38 in later in the week, and we'll be around for the weekend. The island on Saturday, we have live music. We're still finalizing the contract on the band there. And then at Victory's Arsenal Theater, we've all seen Larry Kelly and Tom Casey up there a lot talking about Doolittle Raiders, but we have a really interesting swing of things this year with Joe McGrath coming in from Europe. He's an announcer over there, aviation expert over there, does Duxford, that kind of thing, but he's also a bit of a historian. And he has some really cool, I don't want to give it away yet, paperwork, documentation, things like that deal with the Doolittle Raiders, particularly their time in China after the mission, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a really neat story. So that's Saturday. Sunday, who said that? I like whoever said that. I always say that. Big air show. The air show lineup on Sunday is going to be awesome. The hangar, we're going to have a non-denominational church service at the hangar in the morning. And then two things from last year that we wanted to do again, Zombie Vipers and Army Aviation Center for Excellence. They're really cool stories about what they do. And then this is just a point here. So Victory's Arsenal Theater, from Wednesday on at 10 a.m., that slot is Commemorative Air Force. And they're going to be talking about the various airplanes they're bringing throughout the week. They're still figuring out which airplane, what day. And then the 11:30 slot is a variety of other things. So anyway, next slide. Concert layout. I still haven't updated the map, but that's what you can expect. Except this is an Embraer 175 from last year, and that'll be Samaritan's Purse, DC-8. Oops. Drinking up here. Then next slide. And then this is our grounds map. There are a few things to update on here. With all the jets we have and having to have everything on the south side of the airport now, we're going to have the Blue Angels and then those 4 demo teams. That's going to take a lot of the runway, a lot of 523 like we did last year. We were hoping to be able to give some of that back without the Ghost Squadron, but then the airport's overachieving over here and brings in an airline and TSA, right? So we're back to where we were and probably will be for a long time. So we've tried to get warbirds. This grass over here is pretty nice and useful. We try to get them some more space to make up for that. And we've had to make some movements. This shouldn't be a surprise to everybody, but aerobatics down here, the type clubs is moving here, this is Comanche Town, and we have a new area here, which I just found out about last night. Creators what? Club? Hub. The Creator Hub. Kathy, you want to explain what that is?
So the Creator Hub is really just an area for influencers that fly into Sun and Fun to come and park. So if you see some YouTubers or other influencers fly their planes around, they're coming in and parking there, and you can come meet with them or see their plane, take pictures with them, and they'll be hanging around there the whole week.
So this will be cool. Gene said put it on the map last night, so I put it on the map. My question was, how are we going to identify them for parking? And I think the temporary fix is to use the BW for like the bush wheel, and then add the word CH on there. Because that'll get them at least in the right direction, and then from there we just swing them on that way. Anybody see a problem with that? All right. Yeah, give you time. I'm sure at the next meeting you'll have a lot of problems with it. Just some other things to point out again, Victory's Arsenal Theater is right here. The hangar isn't on this map, but it's over there. The only area up here that's not just general public is the preferred photo seating area. That is where that star is. And on the Wednesday and Saturday night shows, there's going to be an area right here roped off. There won't be any thing blocking view. It's just roped off in chairs for the night air show sponsor, Epic. So, any questions for me right now? Yes, ma'am.
Are the airplanes coming into that new spot, are they going to be turncross?
Well, probably all the way to. How we get from Bushville, we go there? We got to figure it out. We'll talk about it at the Air Ops meeting. Yeah. I know what we need to do. All right. Yep. Yeah, performers experience, same as last year. That's in this corner right here. All that red area. And it's going to be bigger and better. Right now, there are 10 performers that are coming with their own little tents and selling their stuff and they're all getting into it. In addition to the programming, the stage, and all that stuff. So, Kathy. Oh, we'll get back to y'all's questions. Teams, where exactly will Victory's Arsenal Theater be located? The exact same spot it has been located in this corner of, I don't know if you can see, but it looks like there's B-25 there. That's right there. So the northwest corner of that grass and the adjacent ramp north of it. Where will wheelchair seating be for the concert? On the ramp. As Gene said, on the ramp. All right. What else? Yes, ma'am. So we'll let Chief Maddox speak to that. I think I saw John somewhere earlier. Did he leave? There you are. A lot of that depends on the nature of the emergency, where it's at, those kinds of things. So yeah.
It's just planning. We're not going to have it.
Yes, let's not talk about it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, youth area camping is going to be in this area. So you've got the island right here, and just east of the island in this kind of general aviation camping area right here is the Yak camping. We should probably add that to the map. Patty will not be here this year. We asked Patty. She's slowing down a little bit from the air show stuff. Oh, yes, she will be coming and hanging out with us. Yeah. That'd be great. Good. She'd love that. She wants to spend some time in the performer experience anyway and all that. So, all right. That it? I'm getting off easy. I'm out. All right. Hey, remember, hold on. It's good to be us. All right. Oh, Laura, now that all the fluff stuff is over, you can do all the real work now.
What day does the learning go into effect?
Yeah, Monday. Yeah. All right, you get on with all the real work now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Well, just remember, if they don't learn all this stuff, they don't get to come and help you do your stuff. So, okay. Do you need to come back up here?
I have to go to the restroom.
I'm glad you waited. Hi, guys. Everybody ready for a fly-in here in a couple of weeks? I'm not getting enough sleep. You don't know the rule, do you? No pictures. Although, no pictures. Okay, so I'm going to be explaining a lot of stuff that I've been sending most of you emails on. Hopefully you've understood my late night emails. So if we could just move forward, guys, with the, okay. So we've gotten a tremendous number of Chairman Award nominations, but the opportunity to submit is closed now. We are going to be in the review process to get that, get the chosen. We normally choose 10 to 12 people each year. So that, that process is underway. Early camping permits. I noticed that a lot of you were out at the table before the meeting and hopefully have picked up your permit. If you have not, that process has now moved over to my office, so you will have to go over there to get your permit if you didn't get it prior to the meeting. So once you have your permit, you can go out in the campground and select your space. Please stay within the striped spaces. I've said that over and over again, but it's new this year. We haven't striped before. And there will be people out there to assist. The spaces are numbered, so they will direct you. Cindy told me what side the sign is on, and then to the right. Yeah, so each space is numbered, so the space number that you're in, you're camping on the right side of that number. But a permit is required. You can't pull into the space unless you have a permit. Volunteer aircraft campers. Last year we had a mess on our hands with trying to get our volunteers who were flying in and camping with their airplanes. So what we have done this year, if you're chairman or you as a chairman, you need to please indicate if you have a volunteer that's coming in to camp with their airplane, please indicate that in the drop down where they're camping. All of our volunteers who are camping with aircraft, their pass will be at the general aircraft camping registration out on airside. That means if they're camping in home-built camping, they still have to go to that building to get their permit, but they don't have to trek all the way over to Hamilton Road to get it. So hopefully that will help them get their permit, but it's up to you guys to make sure that the information is provided correctly in the system. Okay. Okay, so this is now 2 o'clock. If you've ordered your signs prior to March the 1st, the sign shop has them ready for you, and they would love for you to come and get them because they need room to make more signs. So please, they'll be there till 2 today, so if you have ordered signs, please go and check to see and pick them up if you can. All right, guys. If you still need volunteers, please contact Angela Mann or somebody on her team, and she can help you. We still have people that are signing up wanting to volunteer, so if you have a need. If you have been given a volunteer that does not fit into your team or you do not have a job for them to do, please give them back to us so we can reassign them. The volunteer handbook is available. I uploaded it to the site last night, and I will be emailing a copy of it to the chairman maybe today, maybe tomorrow. But anyway, it is available if you go on to the Sun and Fun volunteer site, and you can access it. Thank you, Laura Lightholder, for making that happen for me this year. Chairman hats. We thought we were going to have the chairman hats here today, but there was a little mix-up with shipment, so now they're flying them in by FedEx, and they're going to be getting here sometime this next week, so they will be available in the credential office for you to pick up. But we will be going by the chairman list in order to issue those hats, so please make sure your chairman's list is updated. Tail dragger tickets. Don't forget to sign up for the tail dragger for your volunteers. Lump sum ticket orders, that is open now. We need to get those numbers together, so please make sure you get that done. Volunteer group photos. If you would like to get your team together sometime during the week, we also have a way that you can sign up to have a photographer show up and take pictures of your team when they're all together. That's really kind of a neat thing for you guys to have and share on social media or wherever else. So if you would like to do that, there's an opportunity for you to do that on the website. Okay, so I went over this entire list last time, but we've had a few changes, so I will just mention those. So I did not include Mr. Thomas Black, who's taken over our Educational Forums chairman last time, so I have added him to the list. We have a new chairman in our International Oasis, Anita. Thank you so much for taking that on. We have named a host for our Rocky Road Campground, who's Larry Ball, who's actually been running our electric campground in the West Campground for a number of years, but we made him official this year. And then we have a new chairman in Rotorcraft, Roy Davis. So thank you guys for stepping up and taking it on. Thank you. Okay, so here's the fun part. Example of the new event site access pass. So this particular pass has been assigned to Baron Clarkson. This is Baron Clarkson right here. This is Becky's German Shepherd. So we just thought we would put that in there for fun. This is the different zones. This is what your pass is going to look like. So the zones that you have requested will show up on this pass. It has the explanation of your access points on the other side, and of course your zone map as well. Core sticker, ramp sticker, but this is what it will look like. It will have your name on it, a phone number in case you park your car in the wrong place and we need to contact you to make you move it. But anyway, that is basically what it's going to look like, and you'll see them in your packet very, very soon. And of course, this is the zone map that we have shared with you on a number of occasions. A gentleman in the back was asking about the parking lots. So these are our parking lots. Lot 2 is right here across CFA. This is for our exhibitors, volunteers, food service, a number of different groups. Our main parking lot, and then our east lot, lot 3. And then this is where we'll go to overflow if we happen to go to overflow on Saturday, which I hope we do, because that will be a good sign. So everyone should have access to them. Okay, so the next thing is our off-site parking pass. So this is what you will get in order to park in any of the 3 lots that I just mentioned. Volunteer parking will be available in all lots, lot 1, 2, or 3, with explanation there of where they are and how you arrive at them. Or to them. Early volunteer transportation. Okay, so we have East Gate service to the West Campground. We're going to have a tram available for operations from 6:30 in the morning until our regular tram service goes into effect. So if you come in at East Gate, you should be able to get transportation in the morning, starting at 6:30. On-site transportation will operate a limited service in the evening, providing transportation up until about 10 p.m. So if you want to get out and enjoy all those things that Dennis mentioned, then you at least can have some transportation as well. And of course, we have our ride share locations at the island and then at lot 2. Yes. No, they were not running after the night air show. There's safety reasons. We just ran into a lot of issues, so we've decided not to run the trams. I'm sorry?
Don't say ran into.
Ran into? You mean like hijack? Ran into? Okay, thank you, Dennis. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to share with everybody, I shared this on the Volunteer Connect. There's been some requests over the last couple of years to be able to assist our volunteers who can't make it in prior to the event to arrive and be able to pick up their credentials from you guys and not have to pay their parking fee. So you as chairman can go in on that particular volunteer's record, click this little box right here, and what will happen when we get closer to the event is, and you will need to let them know this, is they will receive an email from us with a code and a link. And what they will actually be doing is going into our ticket site and getting a free parking pass. It will be a one-time use pass. That's all they will be able to use it. But they will be able to get into the parking lot in order to get to you, to get to your credentials. We will have a will call window at main registration at the East building. We'll have some will call at camper registration as well, but East will have a will call, so you can direct them there. They can use their free ticket, free parking ticket to get into the site and pick up their credentials there, or you can meet them there, whichever way that works. Okay? Any questions? All right, so of course we're in the process now of getting things approved and everything that includes equipment and also credentials. So new chairman, please, or old chairman actually, please don't forget to go in and click these 2 buttons when you have your credential list ready for me to review or your equipment list ready for me to review. Those 2 buttons are really important because it puts you on the list to be reviewed. I will go out and find those that don't click it, but it makes it easier on me if you click those 2 boxes. Yes, be on a different list. All right. I'm sorry? Yes, so the credential office will be open today until about 3 o'clock. So if you have received an email that your credentials have been approved, it should be over there ready for you to pick up. Okay? This is our volunteer t-shirt for this year. So the cutoff date for you to put a volunteer into the system with a t-shirt size is March the 21st. So the system will automatically order them a t-shirt if those two things happen. Also, you'll need to, or you'll want to download our event app. When you get your wristband this year, there'll be a QR code on the wristband that will allow you to just download that app really quick. And so once you do that, you'll need to, as you're working the event and wearing that t-shirt, take a selfie of yourself and upload it to the app, because we're doing a daily giveaway to our volunteers. Some special gifts that our marketing department has come up with, so. It's a whole new app. It's the same company's doing it, but each year you have to upload a new version. And yes. The credential office, you know where the Skylab is, right here across the street? Right behind it is what we call our Crossfield Center. And it is, it used to be our old maintenance building, but now it's Crossfield. And it's in the southeast corner of that building. The building is on the right-hand side. Just follow all the other people that will be going over there. Okay. All right, so we have an announcement from Mr. David Shelbetter. Thank you, guys. I look forward to having a great week with all of you. There's a lot to do between now and then, so please be patient with me if I don't answer your emails right away, but we will get to it, I promise. I hope everybody has a very safe and wonderful fly-in. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Laura. All right, everybody, come on, stand up for Laura Vaughn.
Oh, crap, that was too much. I'm going to have to deal with her Monday in the office.
Well, I knew she was asking for a raise, so. All right, first of all, I got props to Mike Z for bringing the Hawaiian shirt style into us a few years ago. New radio staff shirts this year. So thank you, Mike Z, wherever you happen to be. Great thank you to Green Bay Austin Straubel International for once again sponsoring the radio station, a name sponsor. They're going to have their hold short area right next to the station. Their sponsorship allowed us to start video streaming last year. We're increasing the video stream this year. We're doing a soft launch of video streaming the Sunset Aerial Circus. It's going to be on Sun and Fun Radio's Facebook page, Sun and Fun Radio's YouTube channel, so you can get your all live interviews will be streamed. We have a sky cam that we broadcast the air show, but we can't put the sound in it because of the music copyrights. So you can watch the live stream from our Skycam and listen to liveatc.net/SNF. But the main reason I'm up here is I'm here to tell people about what you guys are doing. And this is a QR code for an announcement request. I can't tell people about you if you don't tell me what you're doing. I have a really simple form on Google Forms. Laura has it. I think Laura put it in the volunteer email as well. You want to tell us about a special event. You got a fish fry, skitty dinner, Sunset Aerial Circus. You got something special going on, fill out an announcement request. We'll tell people about it. If you have any stories you want to get out, you think somebody will make a great interview, we have an interview request form. All that's available in Laura's email. But I really need y'all to help me out and tell me what you're doing. Fill out the announcement request form so I can tell people about what you've got going on. And that's it. I need everybody's help here. I have these if anybody wants to scan them today to do your announcements or your interviews. Hopefully Dennis will get the interview requests out to air show performers because we're lacking air show performers on our interview schedule. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Nice shirt.
Thank you.
And it was a little bit weird. He sent me a picture of him in doing it on the mirror in his bathroom. It's a little weird, but he looked good. So, all right.
It's the only mirror that was big enough.
Yeah, all right. Next. 25 posters and stickers are available today. Get yours before you depart the pattern. And great job, Melissa. Melissa always does a great job. I don't even know if she's here, but she is awesome. Her and Trent. I don't think Trent's here either, but they crank out a lot of stuff, by the way. Next meeting, April 1st. Actually, before that, by the way. All right, now we're going to move on to something else. So, we have been talking about this. Last meeting, I showed you a 2D picture, a flat picture of what the ground's going to look like. All right, now we have a 6-minute video, and you're going to see what the future holds, okay? But I'm going to put some context to this. No video. Oh, we are streaming it, so darn it. Just kidding. I don't care. But look, I got to put some context to it. As we talked, right, the new runway is 8 to 10 years out, but we are going to move forward with what we need to do for this organization, for our flying, as soon as we're ready to start moving forward, right? So our number one thing is in partnership with us. Obviously, we put in 150 grand into this. The airport put 150 grand in this plan. Visit Central Florida put $150,000 into this plan to develop it and get it prepared, because now that we're done, we're going to hand it off to the airport. It is going to go into their airport layout plan update that is going to the FAA here shortly. And so it will solidify and reserve the spots for where we believe our buildings are going to be in the future and for our future layout. All right? So this is a long process. This stuff isn't going to happen overnight. When you come back here next year, the field will look just like it does right now. And this is being recorded. Hello. All right? Also, I just want to put something out there because it keeps coming up. Amazon is not taking over the airport. All right? They are a great partner of the airport, and they are a great partner of Sun and Fun. Okay? They are not taking over the airport, so I just want to clear that up, all right? But again, back to the plan. This is a lot of effort, a lot of iterations, and let me also say, it's not going to look exactly like this. The people that put the video together took some creative freedoms and put trees in places. We're not allowed to put trees on airports, all right? So I get it, all right? But also you have to appreciate, we're aviation people in here. We have to go sell this to a lot of non-aviation people, right, that are going to help us fund this. But they have to be able to see it. So we put a lot of effort into this so we can show folks and so they can get excited about our future here at this airport. Again, let me qualify. It will not look exactly like this, all right? But we're going to spend a lot of time planning and doing the engineering and all that once we get started, okay? So is there lights? Can someone put the lights down? If there are lights, is Miss Sasser? All right. So let's move to the video. If this works, it's moving over. It's looking good. We're going to expand it. And I'm going to kind of do a little talk over too. And there's sound to this. And we're going to start from the far west side. This is my house right here. See there? Right there. That house. I only put in 5 noise complaints a day. I don't know where to stand. All right, so we're coming. This is Medulla right here. Choppertown. I know it's 200 feet. Relax. All right. This seaplanes right here. Stormwater treatment. Hopefully we can land on that. GA camping. Vintage. The island moves out to the west. This is the 42 acres in the new area. These are 2 hotels right here. All right. This is our existing building. This is the Skylab Innovation Center, Florida Air Museum, Central Florida Aerospace Academy right here. Just to put it into context. These are our new exhibit buildings, right? Clubhouses. I got the question the other day, where are the clubhouses going? Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New static ramp, outdoor exhibits. Look at the crowd line. There's nothing in front of the crowd, nothing to their side. They're all out there in front by themselves. Warbirds with their own ramp over here. Noah's new hangar. Noah's getting rid of the P3s or getting C-130s, so we had to be able to accommodate the hangar for these new C-130s. We'd put the jet teams over here by Noah. There's Fat Albert. You can see the C-130s in there. This is general aviation parking. This is where the island exists today. Those trees aren't there. We're not planting them there. All right? So do not send me an email about the trees. This is the new runway right here. This is the new southern taxiway. Donna, this is the heavy ramp right here. Right there. That's where one of our board members, Roland Becker, and his Honda Jet parks, right? Look at, here's the Warbird area. Right here, home built. Right there, close to everything. Paradise City, essentially where they are today. Here's the runway. Look who's landing. The runway is fixed by function, it is not moving. Here's the campground in today's existing lot number 1, the main parking lot. Here's the VOR. This is where the VOR is moving. It doesn't mean they're going to be parked exactly at these angles. I may park them at the other angle. I don't know. But we just got to give everybody an idea of what we're going to be doing. And so this is coming basically from Medulla. Kind of give you a bird's eye view here. Look at our sweet poster in there. See that? Blue Angels. This is our event plaza, so this is CFAA. That's Skylab Innovation Center. Look at the pavilion we talked about, the Glasston Pavilion right there. We already have all these airplanes, so those will actually be there. Here are the new exhibit buildings, one of them, and number 2's right there. That's the main entrance right there with ticket booths. Sixth through 8th grade middle school. This other building right there, that's our A&P school for the future, right? Travis Career College and their A&P program is here. There's 70 people in it now, 2 shifts, 35 a shift. This will accommodate over 200 folks. That's the goal. There's Fat Albert. Check that out. That's cool. So the military static ramp, food court right in the middle. I know Chris Hallstrand, the airport director, is watching. She made me put in this C-130 right there, so there that is. There's our F-14. Yes, very good paint job. Yes. Ms. Linda, they sanded on that thing. That's a lot of work. So anyway, lots of work that's going to go into this. This is our 20-year plan. Right, but again, just to give everybody an idea of what this is going to look like. We're almost there if I'm boring you, sorry. Does everybody know what we're looking at right here? Look at Paradise City. And probably have home builts in there as well, right? Because home builts are going to be co-located right here. Also the Stoll area, where's Anitra? I know she's here. The Stoll area's in there. Stoll aircraft right there. Well, it turned, but. Yeah, I'm gonna personally plant each one of those trees. Hey man, yeah, in 20 years it'll look like that. And here, this is the 42 acres today, these hotels. So we're going to give this land back to the airport. The airport is going to work with developers to build these hotels, and they'll generate ground or revenue off the long-term leases of these facilities, but that's potentially what they could look like. And then we just had to put this in, the fireworks in there to feed Dennis's ego. That's a joke. He even told me, well, the fireworks aren't right. There's not the right orientation. Look, you even got the lights inside the pavilion in the evening. So anyway, that's it. So the plan is, thank you. So the plan is, you guys, we showed this at the mayor's breakfast on Tuesday morning, and you guys are the second group to see this. So the plan is we're going to have its own dedicated website in our website, so it'll have its own web page so people can go there. But we're going to put some narration to the video, so I'm going to talk over it like I just did to make sure we're leading the narrative on what's going on, and we're also going to have basically a phasing plan a little bit and identify the various areas so we make sure we control the narrative and what everybody's talking about, because a lot of people are going to see this and be like, oh my God, what's going to happen, and they're never going to do this. Yes, we are. I will tell you, when I got here 15 years ago, this airport does not look like it looks today. 50 years ago, this airport didn't look like it does today. Mr. Hiley, you remember, in 1994, that runway was 6,000 feet long, and now it's 8,500 foot long, right? So there's been a lot of changes over a lot of years and a lot of decades, and this is just another change and another evolution of what we're going to do and how we're going to operate here. So the future is bright. We got a lot of work to do, but I'm looking forward to it. We're going to get it done. So someone had a question? Yes, ma'am? Say again? Oh yeah, we're always going to be user-friendly. That's what it's all about. Actually, this is much more user-friendly for our guests, this new layout. Yes, ma'am?
As far as the parking, I didn't see anything specifically that's going to address our continually growing numbers of volunteers and visitors. Is there a plan for the lodge or for shuttle?
Yeah, the parking's on the west side. And if at the beginning of the video, as you're coming in, you're flying over the top of vehicle parking, right? So the focus, we're always going to have parking, and we need to accommodate vehicles, obviously. But the most important thing is we need to accommodate campers and airplanes. Airplanes is the biggest thing, right? Yes, sir.
Question. Is there a way we can get signs posted, and I know this should be common sense, at the gate, at the gates and at the ticket booths, that the aircraft have the right of way?
We'll try.
It should be common sense.
It should be common sense. Can't stop stupid always. Yes, ma'am. Okay, good. That's a good question. So, for example, the first thing we're going to work on is the exhibit buildings, right? That's the first piece. So the plan would be within the next 3 to 5 years, we're building these new exhibit buildings because they'll go first. And again, if the airport's 8 to 10 years out on this runway, we got to get those things in place because those 4 exhibit buildings we have today will not be there. Yes, sir.
Last year, there was a traffic jam at the Dula Road and Rocky Road.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a plan to do things differently?
Yes, sir. We're sending them all to Pipkin Road, and they're going to come out and turn left on Medulla and come north instead of coming down Medulla trying to get in. Those are the exhibitors, right? We're not sending them down Medulla anymore. They need to go Pipkin and then up, and we even changed that midweek last week to alleviate that.
But how do we inform people that are here as guests that are not?
We're not sending anybody. Before we were telling people to turn there off of County Line to Medulla. We're not telling them to turn there anymore. We don't want them to turn at all.
Is there going to be a sign right there?
We're not going to have a sign. We don't want them to turn there. I think it says general parking, keep going straight. Yeah, access is different, right? But general guests, we want them to continue. And on our website and all of that, we have that obviously called out on there as well. Can't stop everything, but we'll be good. Anything else? All right. 7 minutes over. That's Dennis's fault. All right. Thank you all very much. Hey, we'll see you in 24 days. Love you guys. And we'll see you later.